Alright everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 21 online career mode. Last episode, if you missed it, was the January transfer window, and there was a surprising amount of pretty big transfers made. So if you did miss that and want to go check it out, you can go ahead and do that. But for now, we'll go ahead and hop into today's episode where we're starting off in February with a quick overlook at the calendar. Where you can see it starts off with a cup game against Bayern and ends with an away league game against Bayern. So it's going to be a tough one for sure. Of course, being able to play 3 games this month, 2 of them will be against Bayern. So we just have to choose them wisely in between that, between Frankfurt, Mainz and Werder Bremen. But yeah, first of all, before we hop into this game against Bayern in the Cup, we'll have to rearrange the team a little bit, get some of our new players in. Of course, we're a little bit weaker in the goalkeeper position now, we'll put a younger goalkeeper in Alex Merritt, who will hopefully be able to grow into something as good as Gulachi. We'll have to see though. Yeah, we'll bring in Camavinga and bring in Daka, who of course has been at the club since the first transfer window. But we're just giving Hwang a rest. And here we go, it is another snowy game, so I do apologise once again to your eyes. And within the first 5 minutes, Daka plays it through to Lautaro, he runs on through, across the keeper, and he gets us an early lead, which is a great thing to see. But as usual, Bayern Munich are just another animal. Kimmich linking up with Müller, dribbles away into the box, on his weaker left foot, into the far corner. And Müller's in again here, not long after. Alex Merritt comes out though and closes the angle down, makes the save, what we'll love to be seeing there. But just before half time, they're in the box again, it's Roca this time, he runs in, Upamecano gives him a slight brush to the back and he drops like a ton of bricks. And it is a penalty. Not the best thing to do. Lewandowski steps up, puts the bottom right, but Merritt makes the save. It really is single-handedly keep us in this game. In the second half though, it's much of the same. Bayern playing some nice passes, it eventually falls through to Thomas Müller again, who slots it home to make it 2-1. And our story just keeps getting worse at this point. Lewandowski's down the wing, he passes it into Kimmich, he just drag backs Camavinga, slots at the near post, 3-1 to Bayern, and we are sadly out of the cup. Made it as far as the quarterfinals. Couldn't quite claw our way into the semis. Bayern go through, but also so does Owen. We'll see if he can go through and end up winning the thing in this episode. But for now, we're in their second game of the month, or first league game of the month. That being against Frankfurt. If you remember last game against them, they absolutely battered us. And as I wanted to hold off and play another game until we had an away game, I decided to hop in a sim for this game. But 5 minutes in, Andre Silva, obviously not a Leipzig player, goes through, gets like his 5th goal in 2 games against us, something like that. So it's not a very good start. But yeah, Frankfurt just are a different base this season for us. Araujo goes on in, scores the second before half time. So I decided to go and cash in and play the rest of this game, see if I can bring it back. And in the second half, Lautaro plays it for the Hwang. He goes in and scores and makes it 2-1, which is a very good sign for us. And we'll keep putting on the pressure, get up to the last 10 minutes. Daka linked on with Szoboszlai in the Pedro Neto. He bangs it into the top corner, leveling the game with 6 minutes to go. And we're just trying to find our way through, get the winner. In the 90th minute, Frankfurt are playing us round. Mason Mount plays it to Luka Jovic into Andre Silva, who gets his brace for the game. Gets Frankfurt a second win over us this season. And yeah, very unfortunate. But we'll have to shake it off quick and get into our next game here against Mainz. This one has to be a sim, of course, unless we want to go and sim the Bayern game. So into the dreaded away game sim, the most unpredictable thing in the world. But we got a bit of luck on us this time. 37 minutes in, Patton Daka gets the goal, but it's 1-0 up. And we are just in the driving seat for most of it until the 61st minute, where Lacha goes through and scores for Mainz, leveling the game off. But with 10 minutes to go, Lautaro Martinez goes through. He puts us 2-1 up, which does end up seeing the game off. So a nice win to hopefully get us back in the form after that loss. 2 losses this month, it's not the greatest, but the most important thing is pick up as many more points as we can. And into our last sim game of the month now, against Werder Bremen, before the big one against Bayern. And into this one we'll go. Things just keep going against us as Mbaum goes through and scores for Bremen 20 minutes in. But the boys keep fighting. End of the first half, Lautaro Martinez equalises after getting the square off Naby. And that's how I know the boys are very hard to score. In the 56th minute, they do it again. Pedro Neto gets in the end of it this time. But it's 2-1 up. And the last part of the game, as nervous as it was, we end up getting through again. Danny Olmo caps it off with a 3rd goal to win the match 3-1 for us. 2 wins on the bounce. Getting well into the swing of things is what we really love to see. But yeah, here it is, the big game of the month. Beat them in our first game of the season. Of course, lost the most recent game a few minutes ago, but that was in the cup. We want to beat them in the league again. So in the up we go, feeling our pretty much strongest team. And 5 minutes in again, Lautaro this time plays it for Daka. The reverse of last time, he runs through and he does exactly what the AI teams do and puts it near post. I'm using their trick against them, but we do get the lead. Bayern though, as always, they're just all over me. For most of the games, we have to try and field that off. Kimmich plays the ball through to Müller. Those two linking up again to equalise the game. But in the second half, we've got Silas running down the wing. Big cross in. Lautaro on the left foot volley into the far post, getting us back into the lead. All we have to do now is hold on to things. But of course, Lewandowski feeds in Marcelo Brozovic, who returns the square to him. And Lewandowski has to tap in. But we're not going to let them have that. Pedro Neto gets in behind here after a ball from Huang. He squares it across himself, and Naby Keita wins the game for us 3-2. Ended up in another absolutely massive 3 points for us. 6 points over Bayern Munich this season. It's exactly what we want. But that leads us all the way up to March, where we've got another 4 games to play, just the league to focus on now, of course, after being knocked from the cup, which isn't the worst thing. We want to be winning this league. I'll go ahead and play the first one here against Wolfsburg, as it is an away game, and they're probably the best team out of those 4 in this current season we're playing. So rearrange our team a little bit, hop on in, and it takes us up to the half-hour mark, where Lautaro and Daka are linking up again. Martinez ends up firing a shot at the keeper. It is saved, but Daka's there to finish it off and send it home. And this one feels more like us. Camavinga whips in a corner. Martinez gets on the end of this one. He's not the tallest geezer about, but he can barely score a header, I tell you. Jesus, putting us 2-0 up. Well, Wolfsburg have a bit of fight in them. Arnold plays in Piscina. He brings one back with 10 minutes to go. But it does end up being enough, thankfully. We'll hold them off for the rest of it, including not really getting any more chances ourselves. And we'll get away with another 3 points. Big 3 points for us with a 2-1 win. And yeah, in the Sin game next, it's time to go against Cologne. It is an away game, but I know I've got one more Sin game this month in the pocket, so I can cash in when I decide I need it. And luckily for us, in this game 20 minutes in, Lautaro Martinez can't stop scoring for us, gets us the first goal of the game. It's come at the half time though, and Scary equalises for Cologne. I decided against hopping into this one, as it got so late into the game, I didn't think I would be able to turn around fast enough myself. But luckily for us, Dominik Szoboszlai runs on through, scores the second of the game with 5 minutes to go, and we win 2-1. Big points there for us. I thought I threw it away, but I decided not to jump in. But I'm happy enough with that. And into the third game, this time against Union Berlin. Again, it's the same. This one I'm more comfortable with, as it's a home game, of course. And Lautaro ends up paying that back by scoring 50 minutes in. And we'll hold it off pretty well until the 80th minute, where we actually get another for Daka, win the game 2-0. And we just can't stop winning at this stage, in absolute flow mode. And as we have a free game left to play, it's being Freiburg, of course, I just go ahead and play it. And 6 minutes in, Naby tries to get the ball across. It is blocked, but it falls on through to Lautaro Martinez once again on the diving header, getting us a nice early lead. And this match here, we were well in the groove of things. Naby plays it. Pedro Neto, he whips a beautiful cross in for Silas to hit on the volley from 6 yards out, but it's a nice finish. A few minutes later, we're in again. Silas again, he just can't be caught. Runs on through, cross the keeper into the top corner. Absolute finish on him. And then in the second half, we'll have a corner. It's whipped in by Silas this time. And Lautaro once again gets his head to it. Scores so many headers for us. And wins us the match 4-0. Very nice commanding result to stamp our name into things. We've only a handful of games left to play as well. As we go on into April, or have a quick look at the calendar now. 4 games again. 2 games I'm looking to play there are Mönchengladbach and Leverkusen. But besides that, we have a game against Schalke and a game against Augsburg. So we'll see what happens. We got our team sorted for a game against Schalke here. So we plan on simming it. So we go on into that. And 50 minutes in, we actually get struck by a goal from Schalke. It's Pacienza. And just before half time, Daka goes in and levels things off, which is a good thing to see. But as we get around the 70th minute mark, Pacienza scores once again to put Schalke 2-1 up. With 20 minutes to go, I have to jump in and try and sort this out. And in the 80th minute, Wine plays through Martinez. He goes through, he's not going to miss that one. We're here for the points. And as we get into stoppage time, there's 1 minute left. Wine's on through. He cracks a shot, but it just goes wide. Very unlucky there, as we do end up going on just to draw the game 2-2. But it is still points. We haven't lost yet. We're still in a very good position to go through and win the league. And because of that result, I do go and start the next game against Mönchengladbach via sim. Got a stronger team going once again. And in this game, it only takes a few minutes for Martinez to leave his mark. To get us a goal in the lead is exactly what we need in this situation. But pretty much 10 minutes later, Mönchengladbach do get 1 goal back. Through a goal from Kramer. And because I'm pretty certain if we sim an away game against Leverkusen we're going to lose, I just stick this one out and see what happens. 1-1 into the 90th minute, but we get a counter-attack going. Hwang Hee-chan is through, 1-1 the keeper, bangs it in, wins us the game 2-1, and that is an absolutely brilliant result. Not only does it allow us to play a full game against Leverkusen, it gets us a very important win this close to the end of the season. And you can see the stats there, we had 2 shots, Gladbach had 7. We take those. But yeah, as I say, Leverkusen next, an away game, into this one we go. Things don't quite go our way to start off, as 10 minutes in, Leon Bailey scores. Nonetheless though, we need to get some chances to bring things back. And we get the ball to Szoboszlai, he plays it to Hwang. Don't know what our defender's doing, he's just backing off, allows Martinez to run through. Cut it back to Hwang, nice 1-2 there. They get us level, and Martinez again, run around the box, lays it off to Hwang. Find a few passes, Naby, back to Silas. Nice turn from him, cross the keeper, 2-1 in the lead. We need these points. Leon Bailey's in again here though, as we get to the hour mark. He lays it off to Palacios, who smacks the shot, but he can't get past Ibrahim Konate. absolute hero, keeping us in the lead. But the pressure's not ending now. Bailey again, finding the pass into Edin Dzeko, and he's always going to score that, unfortunately. But like the game against Bayern, we need these points more than Leverkusen. Daka gets the ball fired for you, and he's just off the bench. He's rapid, and of course, we're not going to risk taking a shot. We're going to let off the Silas, who we end up fucking it up with. But it goes in, so it doesn't really matter. 3-2 to us, and we win the game. Some of the points here that we are picking up are absolutely incredible. Can't seem to get a game won by a clear amount of goals, really, apart from that Freiburg game. The rest of them are fairly sketchy. Point is all that matters, though. We're going to our last game of the month. A sim, of course, against Augsburg at the Red Bull Arena. We're 15 minutes in. Daka's played through, smashes it home to make it 1-0, followed by a second from Martinez. He has to continue his goal per game ratio, and to seal things off for a 3-0 win, Hwang scores in the 91st minute to end off an almost perfect month. It just is that game against Schalke that let us down. But 10 points from 12, we can't really complain. As we go on into the last month of the season, 3 more games to play. Arminia Bielefeld, Owens Borussia Dortmund, and Hertha Berlin. So, first game up, it is Arminia, and I decide, because I can choose between this and Hertha to play the game, I'll start with the sim, see what happens. Hopefully see if they play a game for the last game of the season, as we just do have that much of an advantage. And 6 minutes in, Dominic Szoboszlai puts us in the lead. Our team in full motion. Pedro Neto gets the second at the half-hour mark. Just before half-time though, Bielefeld do get one back through Volksschlammer, but we'll pull through. We're all over them for the whole game. We just couldn't manage to get a third goal in, but that doesn't matter. We'll win 2-1. And that takes us up to the second last game of the season, which is against Borussia Dortmund. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Myself versus Owen for the second time this season, with our January transfers added in, playing Mbappe. Here we go.
Fuck's sake, I'm not ready for this.
Just saying, my front 3 are all 90 or above. My midfield has 2 cams, bro.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, what a save. That's not good. That's a finish. That's a finish and a half, bro. Whoa, listen to it.
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho. Oh, that's some play. Oh no. I don't think I've had a shot yet. In fact, I haven't had a shot.
Bro. I overpassed that like 3 passes. I should have just hit that first time.
Oh. Oh, what? Yeah. Oh. Yes. Oh, we can't post shots as double.
5.
Terrible pass. Oh,
Terrible clearance.
Bam!
Bro, it's 30 minutes and it's 2-2. What the fuck?
What is that?
How did we only get 2-1 last time? Oh,
Oh, the run. Oh no!
what a save!
Cheeky. Oh shit!
Oh no!
Bodies forward and the break looks on.
What is that filthy counter attack? Hey, Koundé balls gone, mate. Oh.
I don't care you went for that. That's amazing.
Why did they go that wide?
Like that. Superb pace. Disappointing finish though.
Oh, nice one, Moreno. Fucking top.
How is...
Yeah. Naughty. Oh, don't blow the whistle. We're going. Oh, see ya, bro. Oh.
Callum the Dragon cunt.
Can they hit on the break?
Oh, a bit more, please.
Edmund. Fuck. Oh.
Hey, that trick. That trick.
Oh, what a cross. No one's there.
Oh no, hit that.
Nabby lad.
Why did he save it sideways?
Why did he dive towards it?
No.
Oh.
Moray.
Oh.
Can he finish?
Schloberschlei. It's like an extra nail on there. Schlobbing the nail. Oh no, what?
Oh, you can't.
Half an hour
Oh.
remaining then.
Szoboszlai for the hat trick.
Looking ball.
Szoboszlai for the hat trick. Szoboszlai for the hat trick.
Fuck. Fuck.
Ah, this bloke's too quick. Oh, you fucker.
What a ball! What a ball! What a ball!
Kylian Mbappe versus Moreno.
Moreno won.
Oh, you're gonna play short.
I'm that cunt.
No.
How'd your keeper do that shit?
Why doesn't?
Did I tackle? No, I didn't.
So Bosley.
Gone offside for. He's well on.
And now a corner.
Oh.
Can they take advantage of it? And firing it into the area.
Martinez.
And that is a defender doing his job, clearing it off the
Fuck.
line.
Bam!
No.
At a crucial stage.
No. Trent, no.
Stars that the referee settled for a verbal warning rather than a booking.
Oh.
And he puts it
Oh.
That could be the league. That could be the
Oh.
league.
Look at the celebration too.
I like this. He's still not catching Andre fucking Silva though, is he?
That's the league.
It doesn't feel good coming from a penalty.
Well, here's the big play for him on the flank.
Pedro Neto. Oh.
Goalkeeper's ball. And there it is. The ball
GG.
referee brings this
Good
match
game.
to
That
Fucking
was
4-5. That was fucking insane.
Oh, how did him get the match ball? He scored 4.
Fucking hell.
Okay, so there we have it. A massive 3 points for myself. Unfortunate for Owen, which is looking absolutely vital in this title race, with just a few points between Bayern, Frankfurt, Leipzig and Dortmund. And now I have one game to go, myself versus Hertha, Owen's playing Cologne, and another massive game that is very important for us here is that Bayern Munich are playing Frankfurt. So let's jump on in, co-game against Hertha, and just hope that the outcome of those other 2 games go in our favour. Last game of the season. Here we go. So 6 minutes in, Szoboszlai plays in Neto, cracks it along the ground into the far corner. Absolutely beautiful finish that, getting us the lead that we really needed. And he's in the mix here again as he plays in the Daka. He's not going to get caught now. Calm, composed finish in the near post, getting us 2-0 up in the 30th minute. Hertha though, they're not going to be beaten too easily as Guendouzi plays it to Toussaint into Piontek. He has a little dink shot into the top corner. Quality finish on him. But of course, we need to make sure we win this game. In the second half we have a corner. The tire's on the end of it once again. Brilliant little header. Szoboszlai with a second assist. But just before the hour mark, Toussaint plays in Luka Bacchio. He just shrugs off the defender and then just passes it into the near post. Again bringing the deficit down to 1 goal, which we need to keep trying to expand. Which we do here. Daka plays in Hwang. This time on the left foot, he gets it on target. Doesn't quite go in, but it's saved just into the path from Martinez. And he's never missing that. Never in a million years. And now we're in the groove of things, we can't be stopped here. Szoboszlai plays it through to Hwang once again. He runs free, no mistake this time. 5-2 to us. The game is as good as won, but not without a last goal for Hertha Berlin. And it is my boy, Matheus Cunha, Villarreal legends on the online career mode scene. Regardless of how that career turned out, he's still one of my boys. The game finishes 5-3, we'll win the game. But, as you can see here, in stoppage time, poor Pedro Neto goes over with an injury and has to be subbed off. But it's no real worry for us. He'll be able to heal over the summer, as there's no more football to be played. As now we can have a look at the Bundesliga table, where we can see that on top is us. RB Leipzig, 79 points, beaten Owen by just a couple points, but more importantly, the 2 of us have beaten Bayern Munich, and after a very strong season, Frankfurt as well. Bayern Munich finishing 4th in the season, and although Owen didn't win the league, he did go and win the cup, beating Bayern Munich in the final in the end. Very big result there. So we've managed to pinch the 2 trophies off them. No longer the kings of the Bundesliga. It was some task in doing so, but we have done it. The top goal scorer of the season ended up not being Lautaro, Mbappe or Erling Haaland. It ended up being Andre Silva. who scored a ridiculous amount of goals, cracking the 30 mark in 34 games. That is insane. Followed by Trent Alexander-Arnold, where assists are just pretty much guaranteed. But yes, that is in fact where we're going to end off this season. Very successful for the two of us, and a nice way to cap off FIFA 21 in a good way. So yes, if you enjoyed this series, it was so massively appreciated if you drop a like on it. And if you'd like to see more, which is going to be coming in FIFA 22, where we're going to be doing another massive one, getting a few more of the boys on, and playing about with the Creative Club, I'm sure you don't want to miss that. So make sure you subscribe. And yeah, thank you once again for watching. It truly means the world to me. And hopefully as we go into FIFA 22, we'll be able to crack on with even more. There'll be heaps of content to get into. So yes, that is it from me now though. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.